Under Armour has hit my price target today, but does it have room to go higher? Guys, let's find out. How is it going, everyone? Yas here from Trading Vanguard. I'm a technical trader who trades short squeeze, momentum, and volatile stocks. All of the information shown in this video is not financial advice and just my opinion. So guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another analysis on Under Armour, and yeah, for those who have not seen my first video, my first ever update, or my first actual video on Under Armour was on the 21st of December. And what I want to quickly show everyone is what has happened since then. This is when I predicted Under Armour to have a breakout. So what I'll go ahead and do is switch the drawings on and press play on the replay. So we can see Under Armour starting to gain some strength. And that tiny candle, I'll zoom in once the replay is done. That tiny candle was the beginning of the confirmation for the bulls breaking out. Slowly but surely, Under Armour taking its time, accumulating its position at the $5 to $6 level. And then came back down to test EMA line using it as support. And then voila, today it had finally closed this open up gap, and this was my first price target, guys. This was a price target waiting at $6.59. And for me, I just want to quickly reiterate, for me, this tiny candle, right, let me zoom in to make it clearer. Seeing this candle break above the purple EMA line, which is a huge resistance in the past for Under Armour. Once it broke past it, with the candle wicks included, for me, this was the beginning of the first pump up. And now, we can see, in my opinion, all right, in my opinion, this is where Under Armour is at a critical stage of the next leg up. So, since the open gap at $6.59 is now closed, what are my next price targets? So let's switch to the weekly chart. Right. So for those who have not, seen any of my Under Armour videos, I'll quickly give everyone a little bit of a recap. Let me zoom out to give everyone a clearer picture. So, in my opinion, guys, Under Armour is being controlled by this descending triangle pattern, okay? And believe it or not, this algo pattern has been active since 2015, and we can see that it has been absolutely rejecting the stock multiple times. So it's rejected it. Though this is, I guess, where the pattern started, so 2015. Rejected it once a few years ago, came back to test it again in November 24, and now Under Armour is coming up to test it again. So since it's got the opportunity to do it again, what does this mean? Well, quite simply, guys, should the bulls continue to buy at these price levels, should the bulls continue to show support, should the bulls continue to show that they are interested in buying the stock at, anything past $6, then in my opinion, I really predict us to have a clean breakout, as it is finally time to do so. And in my opinion, should the stock break out, it could get really spicy for Under Armour. You're probably thinking, what are probably the next price targets in my opinion? So first things first, if we see on the weekly chart, the stock is coming up against a big Ichimoku cloud. Now, for those who don't know or have not seen many of my videos, the Ichimoku cloud for me is one of my favorite indicators, simply due to how reliable it is at predicting the future price action. Now, if we see at the top of the Ichimoku cloud, it's waiting at around $8 and let's say around 36 cents. And then right above that, we can see The final boss EMA line, which I like to call the EMA 200 on the weekly, is waiting at around $8.76 in combination. So we got 3 price level resistances in combination with the third EMA line on the monthly chart. So yes, guys, believe it or not, these indicators do matter no matter what time scale you're looking on the charts. We can see that it's waiting at around $8.85. So in my opinion, this isn't, a conspiracy or anything like that. All of these price level indicators are waiting at roughly the same price point. So for me, I would say my next price targets will be between $8 to $9. It will be very hard to give a rough estimate of to exactly where the stock will sit. However, I would have to say in between this price range between $8 to $9. Now, should the bulls break further and just continue to show dominance, holy, without a shadow of a doubt, I can see the stock at least hitting the top of the trend channel. That will look realistic in my opinion, which will be around, just under, I'd say just under around $11. Now, of course, I predict this will take time, stocks such as Under Armour, who have got a bigger, market cap, will take time. This wouldn't be a quick thing. But going past that or going further than the trend channel, then guys, it will start to look very, very serious. And then if we just look at my reliable open up gap table, we can see that Under Armour has got a percentage of closing them at 97.7%. So a super, super high probability. So should the stock come to the top of the trend channel and the bulls just continue to buy further, then of course I don't really want to hype anyone up, but we can see $14.06, $19.79. And guys, you can see the picture here. The prices go higher and higher and higher. And technically, this is what the stock is technically capable of. All right, so that's of course everything to the upside. Should, again, this is the key part, should the bulls break past this descending triangle pattern. However, of course, there's always the opposite side of what can happen to the stock. Should the stock just take a hard rejection and continue to, just get slammed down, unfortunately, back to the bottom of the trend channel the stock goes, which will be at around the bottom of $4. And if we switch on to the 4-hour, we can see that there are 2 open down gaps waiting. As usual, I'll give updates following how the stock moves. So what did you guys think about the stock analysis for Under Armour? Also, if you guys have any ticket suggestions or would like a stock analyzed, please drop it in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please drop a like. And if you are a similar trader to myself, please consider subscribing, as I'll be posting more content. And of course, we are in the process of building up a small community. Of course, there's been a lot of comments about the Discord server. Guys, I promise you that's being built in the background. There's just a lot of coding going on. Like I've mentioned to a few people, I just didn't want it to be any old boring Discord server. It's going to be one where traders, no matter what level, can actually benefit from. Okay, so it will be including all of my live scanners. So once again, I'd like to end the video by saying this information is not financial advice. Trading can be extremely risky and you should always have a trading strategy to stay safe. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.